All right. We have a guest today, Jay Mendez.
What's up, fellas? I gotta get my little streaming setup going, bro. My girl kicked me out of the room. She took the room setup. She fucking robbed. I had a fucking nice ass Samsung curved monitor. I let her use it one time, bro. She fell in love with it. I mean, the monitor I got is cool too. I got a LG, 5K Ultra Fine or something. But
I know that monitor's pretty good.
yeah, but I don't know. I prefer once you go curved, bro. It's like it feels weird
like
just
that
going
curved thing, don't you, my
just,
boy?
It kind of reminds me, you know what I mean? You got that slight curve to the left.
Got that curvature to it, my boy.
Yo, it's crazy. For me being a righty, my shit curves slightly to the left, which is crazy.
I don't even know which way my shit curves, but I'm ambidextrous, so if I get tired one hand, your boy just pull out the other hand.
Wait, you could write with both hands?
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly what we're talking about, Marty.
I never knew that, Nick.
Or a bat if you're playing baseball. My brother is actually ambidextrous, all jokes aside.
I can't do everything with two hands. I could do a lot of things with two hands, but there are things that I can do mainly with my left and things that I can do mainly with my right. It just really depends on the task.
Right.
You're so dirty, bro. You're such a dirty-minded individual.
I didn't say anything, dude.
Yeah, it's your laugh.
So, Julius, is it true you made over 100 comedy skits?
I guess you could say yeah, but skits, I believe we did more than 100. Yeah, definitely did skits for sure. But short films, I don't even think we cracked 30 to 40, to be honest. So, I mean, I guess if you add it all together, yeah. But yeah. So, I mean, it's accurate. It is pretty scary accurate. I did grow up in New York. I did move here. What else? I did drop out of college. I am uncircumcised. Did it say that?
No. That's some new information. I'll update ChatGPT right now.
No. Leave that as ain't no more surprises. I got my lady, but I was gonna say leave that as a surprise.
Sorry, now that we're talking about circumcision, now we got to go into it. If you guys had a boy, would you get him circumcised or no? And why not?
I don't know. To me, it just sounds kind of barbaric, man. Like, it feels like it's not the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a child get circumcised?
No.
Nah. How the fuck would you see?
Terrible. I saw a documentary about it.
Oh, God.
My girl was pregnant at the time, so we were debating if we were going to circumcise or not circumcise our boy. So then we had to watch some stuff to see what's up and do a little bit of research. And damn, it's exactly what you said. It's barbaric, dude. Like, imagine you were just born a day or two ago, and then they put you in a room and they slip off the tip of your penis. Hey, man, I'm natural. I was
same. That's how I was, and I feel like circumcision. I don't know, bro. I feel like it kind of detaches you from your raw natural self in a way, because I remember me being me young. I don't know, or maybe we were just nurtured different. I remember me being young and me being interested in women in a way that was normal for a boy. I was oh fuck, I was a little pervert. I'm gonna keep it 100, but it wasn't nothing outlandish. You know what I mean? Like a normal kid. But my brother was such a fucking good kid that he was oh shit. If he seen me trying to pull up porn, yo, he'll leave the room. He's yo, you're crazy. And this is my older brother, and I'm damn, this he's a good kid. But and then as I got older, he was the one that was circumcised. So I'm damn. And I started looking into it. And they say it does create some form of trauma to where I don't know if it detaches you from your sexual cravings or some shit. But I don't know. I feel it does alter you in some way.
It has to, bro. You're chopping off a piece of your body and you're crying the entire time. It's not like the baby's just chilling.
And you just got to life.
That's what I'm saying. The baby's literally in pain, crying. Oh my God, bro. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I never had any issues not being circumcised. You know what I mean?
You mean you never had issues being uncircumcised?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Doctors always fearmonger where they say, oh, if you're not circumcised, then You got to make sure that you clean it or else you get an infection and this and that. Never had an issue. And growing up, I can't say I was the cleanest. I was a boy, you know what I mean? Like, I would clean myself and I would bathe myself every day, but I wouldn't pull my skin back and put soap on it like that every single day growing up. You know, when I got older, I learned
dirty,
to do these things a little bit. I was dirty. I was a dirty.
Your shit must have stank.
I would find a pile of mud, or like a ant pile, and I would stick my penis. No, I'm just kidding.
I could totally see you doing that, actually.
Are you kidding? What?
Nah, but I think it is a little more challenging. Like, obviously, with your son Nick, you just gotta be, but you just educate him, bro. Like, yo, you're getting older now, bro. Make sure you're pulling your shit back, wash it. Like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if you inform him, you know what I mean. Like, I don't see the need to do a circumcision. Like, unless I don't know, like, unless it's like abnormal almost, like, unless your boy got a fucking just hella skin hanging off that shit. It's like yeah, chop that shit. That shit look crazy.
Let's trim that a little bit.
That shit look like you did that gastro bypass surgery and you lost all that weight. You got all that extra flubber just hanging around.
Yeah, for real. Like, if it's like that, my boy got the anteater. If it's bad, like, then yeah, trim it up. But if it's like, if it's nothing, like, if it's normal, like, bruh.
I have one friend in particular that got circumcised in his 20s, and I have an uncle that got circumcised in his 50s.
Why?
I don't know. I guess something must have happened where they felt the need to get circumcised. But I do remember my uncle telling me that when he got circumcised, you know, as men, we wake up with morning wood sometimes.
Of course.
A lot of times. And so my uncle would wake up with morning wood, like, or in the middle of the night. He would need to rush over and grab a cold cup of water with ice and dunk his nuts and his wee-wee inside of there so he can lose the boner.
Oh my God. Because it hurts, right? Like, the pain?
You get circumcised, they're going to put stitches on there, you know?
That's crazy. I don't see why anyone over fucking a year old would do that, bro, to be honest. Like, that's crazy.
I feel like it's also like a self-conscious kind of thing where people don't want to appear uncircumcised. Like, they're probably embarrassed when they get with the girl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, Nick, just from our conversation, we're probably similar. Like, no homo. When I get aroused, it's a drop top. Like, it's like it just slides back. We good. Like, maybe with other dudes, it's like they get aroused and that shit's still fucking snorkeling everywhere. Like, low key, one time, bro, I was trying to pull up a flick and my boy's shit was just, it wasn't right. I'm like, oh, this shit getting weird. I'm like, you throwing off the vibes, bro. Like, I had to find another one.
But yo, Julius, I wanted to bring something up relating to this whole corn stuff. You actually changed my life.
Damn. What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember you talking about NoFap, and I was like so intrigued by the subject that I got like really into it, and I started like reading books about it and like seeing other people's like on YouTube and stuff, and then I actually ended up doing an experiment myself, and it like completely changed the way I behaved and thought and acted and my self-confidence, like everything, dude.
Holy shit. Damn, bro. That's pretty deep. Nick, don't even fucking say no jokes, bitch.
I know, he was already laughing.
I tried it for a couple of days. I only got past day 3 and then it relapsed.
Is that really the farthest you went?
No, bro. I went months.
That was a good age, though, for us, too, because I feel like when we were like 23, 24 around that time.
Yeah, it was like early 20s for sure.
Yeah, bro. And like our generation, bro, like y'all know the vibes. We grew up off this shit, bro. We seen porn on our parents' computers. I was just talking to my boy about LimeWire the other day, like fucking waiting a day and a half for that bitch to download like a 10-minute video. And you know what I mean? Like, that shit does fuck with our brain, bro. And like, once I started, man, I used to just do a whole bunch of fucking research in that house. When we moved in that house, bro, like if I wasn't filming with the guys, I was just reading shit and just looking shit up. And yeah, that was one of the first things that I was like, yo, we got to change this shit, bro, because I think one thing that scarred me, bro, I seen Dave, I think somehow Dave left some shit on his laptop or something, bro, and this man was watching a porn where the chick was getting gagged and she looked like she was dying, bro. And I was like, yo, my boy, this is aggressive as fuck.
Like, don't judge me, dog. That's how I get off.
And I was like, yo, this can't be good for our brain. Like, ain't no way, bro. Like, the chick was like crying and just getting like gagged. I was just like, nah, bro. Like, this is wild. So like, but also just self-reflection as well. Like, you know what I mean? As I got older, I needed to also like improve my relationship with women, to be honest, bro. Like I said, me and my older brother were nurtured a little different. I feel like my mom was just working a lot when I was like a young one. So I kind of just went like the full boyish route. I didn't really get like that soft, you know, that shit you need from your mom in a way. You know what I mean? So I grew up a little rougher, a little more like just, you know, more playing sports, finding my relationship with women kind of like in my own way. But that was what I started learning and being interested in. It was like, how can we make comedy still either insightful or bring up some type of conversation that maybe we could like learn from?
A month in, bro, I just noticed a huge difference. And like in my energy, I was way more energetic. My confidence like was the most it's ever been. And like, damn. I don't know, I just felt like a huge like rush. Like I would feel pleasures just from like a win, bro. Like it was insane like how much dopamine I would experience from like small little things, you know?
Do you feel like it almost made you more present too, maybe? Like
super, yeah.
I don't know if y'all experienced this when y'all would do like NoFap or still do NoFap, but if I stay too long without busting a nut, and it doesn't have to be fapping, you know, it could be actual intercourse. If I stay too long, I get blue balls.
For me, I've heard about that, and I was kind of scared about that because, yeah, I've experienced it before, and that shit fucking hurts.
That shit sucks. I can't do anything. I'm literally like, I'm like stuck. My stomach starts hurting. It starts off in the stomach, and I'm like, yo, something feels off. And then like it's in my, I'm limping around like I can't do anything. It's terrible.
Nah, but you have to distract yourself with something though. Like you gotta.
Nah, bro. It's not even like I won't even have a boner.
Oh, what the fuck? Then how do you know that's blue balls?
Because I know my balls. And I know what blue balls feel like.
What happened to me, what started happening to me was my body would find a way to just like force ejaculation. So like I'll be fucking sleeping and just like dream, and it'll force me to have a wet dream eventually.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought that was weird. I'm like, damn, like, but we're creatives. We got fucking imagination already, more than the average person, I'm sure. So yeah, when it would happen, I'll just laugh and be like, fuck, I'm out here fucking 24 having a fucking wet dream. But it's like, it's just natural, bro. You know, your body's finding a way to like still fucking get that nut out, pause. So that's how my body would react to it. I think the longest I went was shit. How long you said, Marty? How long was it?
I went over 90. I think it was like 93 or something.
I think I went 5-6 months.
Wow, that's a long time.
Then after that, I just like, man, fuck that shit.
Hey, yo, put that VHS in, dog. We gonna get lit tonight.
A little 6-month celebration.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you how it ruins your relationship with women, because even there's just sex in general. You're looking at it like it needs to be this thing, whatever you're into per se. Like if you have a certain fetish where it's like hardcore or something like that, now you're looking at it like this is how I need to have sex in order for me to come, you know? That's what's going to pleasure me by doing it like that. And you're not taking into accountability the partner that you have, what your partner likes, and just the whole, like the love is gone. You know what I mean? It's just about sex and pleasure and all this. There's no actual human to human connection. And to me, that's the best part about sex, is having that connection.
No, I agree, bro. And to be honest, shit, I didn't fully experience that until my chick today. Like, this has been the most probably in love I've ever been, and the most like fully present in a relationship, just enjoying each other in each and every way. Like, even like my last relationships, even though I was like, quote unquote, I thought I was super self-aware and like just trying to understand myself better and all my flaws and my shit, I was still like looking at sex either in a way to like you said, it's like selfish. Like you look at sex as like, ooh, yeah, I got mine. Or like you're kind of achieving something like for yourself. But really with sex, it's like you're giving to them, they're giving to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, Yeah, bro, it's a beautiful thing to see like that evolution of growth, and I do look at porn every once in a while though.
What is porn nowadays? Because on Instagram, I feel like you see porn.
Nah, that's not porn,
to be honest. But it is though. Like it's kind of the same thing. Like if I see a girl in some lingerie or something like that, to me that's porn. Like it may not be as bad as seeing somebody, you know, having sex, but to me that already there's already that feeling in there that I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm feeling some sort of way. So I try to get away from all of that because all that stuff could be triggers.
Bro, 100%, bro. You go online, you just trying to see what's going on. You just trying to see what's up. Like even the algorithm though, like I've done it to where, bro, I don't like nothing that I don't want on my timeline, bro. Somehow they still get you, bro. It's like even if you glance at something for more than like 3 seconds, like because we're men, bro. Like we're men. Like I you know, I love my girl to death, bro. You know, but like if I like see, it's like, damn, she's fucking beautiful. Like we glance at it for like, bro, 3 seconds.
Right.
Get out. I don't even touch it, like it, nothing. I just glance. Damn, yeah, it's beautiful. Boom, leave. The next, like, it's gonna start saying, "Oh, I seen you look at that for 3 seconds," and it's gonna start sending you more. Because I'm like, bro, this is crazy. It's bad, bruh. I seen a chick bathing her dog in like a thong, trying to make it about the dog, and then she like turns to a point where you're literally looking down her asshole, and she's like washing her golden retriever. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm like, I legit started like, oh shit, golden retriever, and then she's like washing, and she turns, and then her ass is literally like in a thong outside, just bathing her dog. I'm just like, bro, it's almost sad. It really is.
I think a lot of these creators, I mean, most of them are women, but they think like, oh, I'm not really doing something crazy. I'm just putting on a thong and washing my dog. But to me, that's low-key worse. Like, go full-fledged or don't do it. Don't do this half-ass shit where you can just, for your own ego, you could tell people like, yeah, I don't really do that, but this is what you do. It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
And you know the intention behind it.
100%. You know, oh, I'm doing it for myself so I can feel beautiful. If you're doing that, then you don't need to post shit online. You're doing this for other people's acknowledgement. You're doing this for likes. And it's okay if you're doing that. There's nothing wrong if that's what you want to do. But I think there's an issue when you deny that.
But even brands, bro, are also like getting into it, because I saw like an ad the other day of like a one wheel, or I forgot what it was. Honestly, that's how much impact it didn't have on me on what the product was. But it was basically a woman with like large titties riding this like down some stairs, and then like all you see was like her jugs going up and down and up and down, and basically advertising the one wheel or whatever it was. And I was like, god damn, the marketing is getting out of hand nowadays. What the fuck?
Yeah, but don't you think marketing has been worse, low-key? Like, I remember growing up in Brazil and seeing naked women on TV, but they just had their bodies painted, so it's not that bad. You know, like, we, specifically us that we're all Latino and we come from South America, like, our culture is way more sexualized than here in the United States. And the United States is very sexualized, but our culture is even more sexualized. Or at least it was back in the 90s and the 2000s, and then the United States caught up and took over. But it's almost like embedded into us, implanted into us. Like, I remember seeing porn when I was like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Early,
not actual
bro.
like porn of people like having sex, but magazines. Like my cousin would take me to like the shed in the back where he knew his dad was hiding a stash of porn magazines. He would pull it out and we would just flip through it and watch them.
Yeah, I tell y'all what, I seen this a little while ago. There's a documentary. It came out a little while ago. It's called Liberated: The New Sexual Revolution. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, but that documentary really highlights how sexualized like our generation has been, bro. Like on the women's side and the men's side. Like, so it's kind of interesting because they interview both. They interview females and males. So you kind of get some good insight on just like how sexualized we've been, bro.
I mean, they say sex sells, right?
Exactly. And I guess like the worst part about all of this is like, if it was just advertising these sexualized things to purely adults, then that's fine. But the issue is that children are going to see this. That's the main issue. And then their minds are going to be corrupted. You know, we came from that generation where we were all watching porn by the age of 12, 11. I don't want my son to be watching porn. I don't want my son to be into that type of stuff. I don't want to give him a phone so he can do whatever he wants. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to make it easy for him.
Yeah, but they usually find a way.
Yeah, that's fine if he finds a way, but like, I'm not going to lay it out on a table for him and be like, here you go. And I'm going to be able to, like, I've experienced this and I went through this. So now with my own personal experiences, I can tell him why this is so bad, why this isn't good. I never had an adult guy tell me that. My stepdad would show me porn and be like, this is what men watch right here. And I thought it was cool as hell. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, you know. But then growing up, I remember growing up being like 20 years old thinking like, oh, when I get older and I have a son, I'm going to show him porn and make sure that he becomes a man and he doesn't turn gay or whatever. And now that I have a son, I'm like, that is the dumbest mindset that I could have possibly had.
But kudos to you for catching that, bro, because sometimes, like, it's always the dudes that want to prove they're, like, men, right? That they just be saying all the dumb shit or the extra shit. Like, you know, granted, I'm sure your stepdad wasn't, like, a bad guy. But, right. He was just showing you what he felt like, oh, you know, what someone probably did to him or, like, his uncle or his dad. It was like, oh,
it's like the rite of passage.
Exactly, bro. So kudos to you for catching it. And I think our generation does have a lot more information, like what Marty was talking about. We were able to fucking research and look up articles and fucking see that, oh, damn, this shit probably is like fucking with our brain or our energy. Like, let me do a test. Let me do an experiment. You know, like, I don't think our generation had that information to self-reflect as much as we do. You know what I mean? Yeah. All they knew was what their fucking people before them passed down to them, and that was it.
Exactly, bro. If it wasn't for the internet, I would have never known any of this information, because I'm sure my dad wouldn't have told me anything about it. And I don't even think he knows anything about it. And, like, who the fuck else is on NoFap, you know? Like, every single person I hear are all fapping.
I think when I was younger, it's, like, so comfortable that, like, bro, like, you know, you end up fucking jerking off like 3 to fucking 5 times a week type shit. And I was
week?
Like, yeah. You were doing that in a day,
my boy. Get your numbers up.
Yeah. See, like, I was never that bad, bro. Me like neither, 3 to 5 times a week, I'm good. Like, I was never that extreme. But yeah. I know some homies that. But Nick, like, for real, that was consistent, or that was like early on when you were just so excited for the first few times?
No. It wasn't consistent. But there'll be some days that I'll be thugging it out, man. I'll be like, yo, ain't nobody home. My mom is going to be somewhere all day. It's over. It's that classic Nate Vine where he goes, Ma, Pa, oh, I'm going to beat this shit out my dick.
That shit is hilarious.
That's exactly it.
I feel like we all kind of went through that, right? Like, because I think we are being a little hard on ourselves sometimes. Because even if we grew up before the internet or before, like, let's say in the fucking 1800s, bro, we're still self-exploring. We're going to be like, damn, what the fuck? Why am I getting hard now? Like, oh, I kind of, damn. We're going to jerk off to something, bro. Whether it's a fucking picture of Betty Sue down the street or our imagination, and we're like fucking trying to imagine her fucking in her little school bike. No matter what, we would have done this, but I just think the visuals and the extremity of, like, just the arousal that we get from these crazy ass porns nowadays, or at least before, was just too much, bro.
Yeah, I think using your imagination is the healthiest way of masturbating if you're going to do that, especially as a guy. If you're using porn as a crutch to masturbate, I feel like that makes it 1,000 times worse.
Now, what about these robots, huh? People are, like, making sex robots now. Like,
it's going to be crazy. I think this new generation is going to be even wilder, because there's a lot of people that are homebodies that, you know, can't have no social cues, can't get a girl, won't talk to a girl, is just working, or is a nerd playing video games all the time. So for them, it's going to be easy to save up $2,000. And now you have a thing that looks like the girl of your dreams, and you get to bust a nut inside of it every single day. Like, that sounds like it's going to completely ruin society, but it's going to happen.
But do you think, like, that whole like that community that follows like Andrew Tate and fucking what's the other kid? Spanish looking kid, but like that whole incel, and like I feel like they don't want to be incels, and like I feel like they're trying to. So I feel like there's also a community of kids that kind of are aware that they're kind of too nerdy or too introverted, and they're like, no, I don't want to be like labeled the incel or like or nerdy or a fucking bitch, and it's like, and so I feel like it's like I feel like those are signs of like, okay, cool, like we're not just gonna like, but and then at the same token, those guys that motivate those kids are also telling them every woman's like a gold digger and like a fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
So
like,
it's like
I feel like they're not a good. I feel like those are the main ones to get a robot, to be honest with you. And that whole red pill community, like if you're a real man about your stuff,
there we go.
You're
red
not
pill,
watching
yeah.
these guys. You might see a couple of things here or there, but you're not following them like that. You got your own life to worry about.
It's true. And I feel like I seen something. They're like, he's like the best information that you could really get to is also like earned information, right? So like, let's say like Marty, when he did his research, that's information. He's like, oh shit. But now he had to like go earn the information that he was going to experience by actually going through the challenge or living it, and like going 3 months where he's like, oh shit. Now he sees like, holy fuck, this is real. You know, so it's like sometimes they're trying to get information before they earn it, and you can't really apply information that hasn't been earned all the time.
It's like Gary Vee says, you can't read a book of how to do push-ups. You got to actually do the push-ups.
That's facts, bro. So hopefully sex robots don't take over the next generation.
Unfortunately, I think it will, bro. Like the way society's going nowadays, especially with AI too. So it's going to have like, you know, these sex robots that can actually talk back and all that. I think that's the way we're going for sure. And I feel like the population is going to diminish. It's already diminishing. And I feel like it's going to get even worse because of it.
Did you see that in China? They now have robots, which are basically like incubators for babies.
That's crazy. But has it worked?
Like they put an embryo in there and then it develops the baby?
Yeah.
So now you don't even have to get pregnant anymore.
Exactly. So like all this stuff is getting crazy, and I feel like we're heading towards that type of stuff. I mean, even in general, take the sex robot out of it, robots in general are going to take over for sure. They already are. Like we're getting lazier and we're getting dumber because we're relying on AI to do all this stuff for us.
Bro, we're still got a lot of life to live, but also in this digital age, we're almost like OGs now, our generation, because we've seen life before the internet. And then we seen what the internet fucking gave us. And then we seen like the process of like, damn, all right, we kind of got to like balance ourselves out. So I feel like it's kind of up to our generation to give these young next dudes like information that they could use or just awareness. So and then when they do start getting caught up in certain things, or, you know, like they'll at least have something to reference like, damn, you know, so-and-so told me this, like, damn, I kind of see what they mean now. You know, so it's kind of up to us to even make content like this where we're talking about it and creating just that awareness of like, yo, we got to remember we're fucking humans at the end of the day, bro. And like we have souls and we're like spiritual beings and shit. Like we can't get so caught up in technology that we just like fucking run away with it or let it run away with us.
I think it's extremely important for people to like get some detox too away from all this stuff. Like go out in nature or something, like leave your phone behind. Sometimes I'd be doing that. Sometimes I just leave my phone and just like go out and see what happens. It's scary, not gonna lie. But hey, I think it's necessary.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's so necessary. And it's so like the other day, bro, they just opened a Publix down the block, right? It's like a 5-minute walk, bro. And I caught myself driving to that bitch a few times.
With the GPS on.
Yo, for real. And I'm like, all right, today I'm walking, bro. Like, there's no way I'm fucking driving again. Like, so I went and I walked and I was able to, like, look at the neighborhood. I'm looking up at the sky. I'm looking at the clouds. I'm like, damn, bro, it's just like a beautiful ass day. And it felt so, like, good for my brain, bro. Like, it was so simple, but I was like, damn. And then I told my girl the next time, yo, let's go for a walk. And she was like, nah, fuck you.
Hey, to her defense, it's hot as balls in Florida all the time.
It still is, bro. Hot as fuck. It's either, you know how it is, bro. It's either hot as fuck or raining right now.
Julius, what do you think is like the current state of the internet right now when it comes to comedy skits? Are you liking any content? Like, is there new favorites that you're watching, or do you think it's only getting shittier?
All right, so there's a few standouts before I forget. There's these two white kids from Cali. I think they're called That's a Bad Idea.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You know, he's like Cooper. That one white kid, he always has that like lost white kid look. He's dope.
Yeah.
Nick is a pervert, but he always makes me laugh. His Nick is either like, his content is either makes me like, yo, Nick is fucking crazy, or like I genuinely laugh out loud. So besides obviously the people we knew and we, you know, obviously we know of and we grew up, I fuck with those That's a Bad Idea kids, because I feel like their skits are very clever. Like, they're still very clever, and they hold on to like the original skit like format, where I feel like someone like Drewski or Rennie or, you know, any of those types, I feel like it's almost like just raw comedy clips. Like, it's almost like stand-up comedy, where it's just raw. It's not really like, there's really no story. It's just funny moments stitched together, which is, I fuck with it too. But I don't know if it's like I would call that just a comedy video. I don't really call it a skit, but like,
I feel like it's all improv anyways, for the most part.
100%. And it's just personality based, you know. Y'all seen the skit that Drewski put up when he was acting like a proud American, like a redneck?
I just saw that today.
Kudos to him on the fucking hair and makeup though. That shit was wild, bro.
I couldn't tell it was him, honestly. Like, I only knew it was him because he posted it.
Damn. Well, yeah, you might be right. Like, if I would have just seen it without really paying attention, maybe I would have been thrown off for a little bit too. And that was just a bunch of funny random moments that he was probably like, oh, let's do this. Oh, that's funny. And he just stitched them together, bro, you know? But it's still hilarious. But I'm not gonna lie, that skit, even though it's different, like, I don't know, I was kind of like, damn, these white people aren't getting offended. Like, they were like right next to him. They were in the sketch. I'm like, how do these people, like, how does he get them to be cool with it?
I think they thought he was white.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, shit, it's possible. Because that lady that was sitting on his lap and shit, I'm like, who the fuck is it? Like, she looked like a real redneck, like, wife. Like, I'm like, who is this? So, yeah, kudos to him for that sketch. But yeah, I feel like just the landscape changed.
Like, when it comes to comedy right now, I'm just trying to stop being scared of stepping over the line with this whole cancel culture shit. Like, even like in this podcast, like, I'll say like, oh, that's gay, or like, that's retarded. I don't want to be scared to say these things, because I'm not saying this to offend anybody. It's not like when I say that's gay, it's not to offend gay people. And I understand their argument of like, okay, but you're using it as a derogatory term to say that something's not likable or something like that. I understand that part of it, but I guess in my mind, especially being that I'm a comedian, I'm not trying to look to offend you. And I will offend any race or anybody the same. Like, I don't have a favorite, you know what I mean? Like, anybody can get it, including my own race.
I think if you're authentic and you're yourself, and I feel like at the end of the day, people could feel intentions. Well, most people should feel intentions. Some people are just like, that's the thing I think about America too. They're like, they don't promote like healthy balance, right? It's the same thing with politics. It's either you're all the way on that way or you're all the way over there. And it's like, I think with marketing and just like the way society is, everything is promoted like in an extreme heightened version of whatever it is. So it's either you have to, be all on that side or be all the way over there. And I'm just like, bruh, like, just be in the middle, bro. Like,
I think my counter argument to that though is that most people are in the middle, especially like, because when you talk to people, like face-to-face interactions, do you feel like most people are in the middle, or do you feel like most people are one way or the other?
That's interesting. So maybe it's an internet thing.
Well, it's because the people on both sides of the extreme are the loudest. They're the loudest ones, because people in the middle, if I see a video and I don't agree with it, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to scroll to the next video. But there's people, if you get offended by that video, oh, now I have to type in a comment and I have to let my opinions be known because that's what matters, you know? So people in the middle, which I think is majority of us, we're just more quiet. We don't give a fuck. We're like, okay, cool. Like, that's your opinion. Moving on. Not like, oh, okay, you have to accept my opinion and I'm going to try to change your opinion. That's not going to work.
For me, it just became about conserving energy too, bro. Like, unless you're like a person I truly care about, like, unless we're having a real conversation about something that's like a hot topic or you really want my perspective, cool. But like random people or someone who's just like, I don't think people should be using the word gay no more. I just feel like, oh, for real? Like, I hear you. But it's like, I really don't care. Like, we're going to just have a whole hour conversation about that. I don't care. My younger brother's gay. Like, I make jokes with him all the time. Like, I don't give a fuck. I send him fucking jokes about gay people like in memes and shit. And he be laughing. So it's
I think that's the beauty of it, bro. Like, use your differences so we can connect on something.
I think we're coming out of it. But I do think there was just like it was like a cloud of oversensitivity and cancel culture that was just like, it was kind of just over all of us. And everybody was trying to like, see, oh, like, it was just too much. It was like, bro, settle down, bro. Like,
yeah,
we're about to be taken out by fucking AI robots. Like, let's really think together and fucking make a plan so how we could get back to farming and fucking survive. Marty, he lives in Delaware. He got to fucking start building an underground bunker for all of us.
Hey, I'll be ready for you guys. Let's go.
Marty was mentioning how like the state of comedy and stuff and the internet, but I'm trying to look at it also in the traditional sense. Cause what is the last good comedy movie that you're like, damn, that was a fire comedy movie? The
good comedy that I've been seeing drifted away 100% from like big movies that we used to get. Like The Road Trip, fucking American Pie, Blue Streak,
Hangover,
like, the shit, Hangover,
anything Jim Carrey,
anything with Chris Tucker, like anything that was worth like, yo, I need to go watch that shit. It looks hilarious. That's out the window. I think the only place I've been finding good comedy in that form is like TV series. And the wildest one I maybe saw was probably Lil Dicky.
Dave, right?
Or Dave. It was called Dave. Yeah, his Dave show.
That show was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, bro. There was only one episode that made me a little like, all right, bro, that's a bit much. And you probably know the episode too with him and his boy.
Benny Blanco.
When they were in the house all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were, hey, Chuck. I was just like, all right, bro. It was like, even Nick, you would have been with the same thing. If you watch it right now, you'll be like, okay, the rest of this shit's funny. This episode, that shit made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of Dave. Like, I thought it was decent. I thought it was good. I cannot nowhere near put it into a category of like, this is a legendary show.
I think
like
it is.
Comedy.
I think it's
How far did you get though? How far did you get?
I might have watched maybe like 6 or 7 episodes.
Wow, you went pretty far and you still didn't like it?
Yeah, I would say go back and give it a try because they had some episodes that like even to this day, like the episode when he like kills his younger self. To me, that shit was hilarious because I didn't expect it. He's like having flashes of seeing his younger self because these dudes that he grew up with come around, and then like he ends up realizing like, yo, I gotta kill this motherfucker. Like he's holding me back. And I've never seen some shit like that in a show or a movie. And he ends up like fucking shoving and suffocating this kid. And it's kind of wild because it's like, you know, that's him just killing an illusion of himself. But at the same time, he was killing a child on like fucking, he was killing a teenager on fucking TV.
It's so clever, bro.
Yeah, bro. So, and then the Brad Pitt. Oh, sorry. Let me not ruin it too much.
Yeah.
But it's been out for years, so fuck you, Nick.
I would say the last thing that really stood out to me comedy wise, and I think they're on season 7 or 8 now. I watched only the first 3 seasons, and genuinely, people usually say the first 3 seasons are the best. But Rick and Morty, I thought they, like an adult cartoon, I thought they absolutely killed it. Hilarious. But then, like, I got into season 4 and it fell off a little bit. But I don't know. But I thought, to me, that's like the last thing that really made an impact, even like around the world, like where I see other people talking, because I don't see that many people talking about Dave that much. I feel like it's more of like it was a dope show, and then people kind of, all right, like kind of forgot about it in a way. Like I don't think it's like culturally relevant.
That's with everything though.
Nah, Rick and Morty, bro, I totally disagree with Rick and Morty is like, it's culture. It is culture.
Yeah, it gets talked about when it's on, but like afterwards, people just move on. They just watch something else. I feel like it's like that with everything. I
don't think there's ever gonna, maybe once in a blue, but I don't think there's gonna be those moments or those movies that like all of your friends seen or like all cultures watch, because I feel like there's so much that you just gotta be like, well, this is what I like. This is what I like.
Right.
This is what I like.
Yeah. It's very subjective too. Like humor is very subjective.
I remember you guys telling me about Rick and Morty, and I was like, damn, I feel like I would like that show, but for some reason, the cartoon style just never connected. Like I seen Big Mouth. Big Mouth is funny as fuck. I remember y'all telling me about Mr. Robot, and I know I will fuck with that show, and I still haven't seen it for some reason.
Yeah.
And there's just so much shit. I guess because if I look at it and I see the amount of seasons, I see it's an hour-long episode each, and I get a little intimidated. I'm like, fuck, do I really want to get into, do I want to commit to this right now? Yeah. But one day I will. One day I will, and I know I'm going to fucking enjoy it. And I'm going to be like an idiot hitting y'all up 5 years later, like, yo, episode so-and-so. Y'all going to be like, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Breaking Bad. Marty was telling me years about Breaking Bad. Like, bro, this show's amazing. I didn't give a shit about it. And then the pandemic hit, and I would watch an episode a night. And for sure, that is the best show I've ever watched in my entire life.
Yeah, it's definitely the top 3 for me.
I gotta admit, I still haven't binged it yet either. I got 3 episodes in.
Oh my God, Julius, what are you doing? And you gotta watch the whole spin-off show, Better Call Saul, which is as good.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh my God, it's so good, bro. Yeah, same creator, Vince Gilligan.
And it's just as good as Breaking Bad.
I would say it's pretty fucking close.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say it's better for a second.
No, it's not better, but it's pretty close.
Sorry, guys. Comedy-wise, before I forget, The Boys. Have you ever seen The Boys on Prime?
I tried. You told me about it, and I tried to get into it. But I will say that I have seen like clips of it online, and it is hilarious. Like of like certain seasons and stuff.
So what happened, bitch?
It's the same thing that you say. It's like there's so much shit to watch. I'm already watching these other shows, and then I put that on the side burner, and then I just never get to it.
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't think we're ever gonna get. I think all those nostalgic moments of like I'm pretty sure we've all seen American Pie at least once, bro. We've all seen fucking like Rush Hour.
The last movie that I could think of that has that nostalgic feeling was Superbad.
I would say The Hangover. The Hangover came off after Superbad, no?
But I think what Marty's saying is because it was like about kids in high school, and then now it was already like, even when we first saw it, it was already almost as if like that movie was made like 10 years ago. So maybe that's why it has a little bit more of a nostalgic. But The Hangover for sure was one that I remember everyone talking about like, yo, you have to watch this shit. And that was even in the theaters.
The Hangover came out 2 years after Breaking Bad.
Or Superbad.
Sorry.
No, he meant
Superbad. Superbad. Yeah.
Nah, but what I think helps though is watching these comedy movies in movie theaters, bro. Because then you get to laugh with other people, and that makes it so much funnier too.
Yeah, it's contagious.
Yeah. Right. Because like not always you're gonna laugh at a joke, but like if you hear someone else laughing at it, you're like, wait, that was kind of funny, you know? Like
facts.
Yeah.
I feel like since they're having so much series come out nowadays and good ones at that, I feel like they should be doing at least limited things where like maybe for a weekend or like a 4-day release where like you can go and watch 2 episodes of that show that, you know, in theaters with like other people that like the show or whatever. I think that would be cool. Because at least if we could go catch 2 episodes like 2 weeks before the show comes out or something, like in a community. Because like you said, the theater experience is different, bro. Like,
yeah, but even that personally, like I'm just thinking of my current life right now. I can't just get up and go to the movies.
True. Like, I feel you on that.
I'm with my girl. The only time that we can watch something is after we put our baby to sleep, and now we're downstairs and we can put on something to watch.
Same.
Damn, true. What about do you guys have like anyone that normally babysits for you, or like is her parents close by, or?
They are, but it's like I have a lot more important reasons to call them over to babysit than going to the movies. You know, you don't want to call them over all the time. It's limited use in a way. Like it's not. They never said it is, but
you don't want to abuse them.
Yeah. Exactly.
But what about date nights, Nick?
I was just about to ask.
Not that many, to be honest with you. I feel like we have like a date night once every like 2 months. But like we're always doing things. You know what I mean? Like we're always doing something. So like we don't have a date night because we're using her parents to do something else. We have an event that we got to go to together, so it kind of in a way becomes a date night.
It's not like you guys are just home every fucking weekend and shit.
Yeah, like we went to a concert. Like, is that a date night per se? Like it could be, but it's not like that traditional go to a restaurant, get some food and enjoy each other's conversation.
No, it doesn't have to be that. I'm just saying like some time with where it's just you and her.
Was it just you and her?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely get to do that. I feel like at least once a month. But again, a lot of the times it's like when it's me and her, we're still like doing something, or like we're concentrating on something, or like we have a task to complete. It's not just like, okay, we're here on a Friday night, somebody's watching our kid and we're doing something. You know, it's not as frequent as I would like for it to be, but it's also, we don't want to abuse our my father and mother-in-law or her best friend, you know, because there's only a handful of people that you're going to trust to watch your child as well.
Yeah.
So we never hired a babysitter, and we're most likely not going to be hiring a babysitter anytime soon, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is, even if you do set up a date, I'm sure baby boy still, like, he's still at that age where it's like, one, you guys are probably still enjoying the shit out of it. And then two, if you guys do go on a date, you guys are probably thinking like, damn, I wonder how he's doing. Or like, I wonder how, or so now you're like mentally still worried about your kid instead of like being super in the moment, I guess. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would say that now we've gotten better at that. We're not as worried because we've done it so many times. We left them alone with the grandparents or with our friend. But I will say that a lot of the conversations that we do have just end up being around him or being a parent, you know? It's like a lot of the times when after we put him to sleep, because we usually put him to sleep at around 7 p.m., when we come to bed at around 10, a lot of the times we're in our bed looking at videos of him throughout the day.
What you gotta do next time is like, yo, man, let's turn that off. So what's up? What you been up to, girl?
Hey, Google, play Chris Brown.
Yeah, for real. Didn't Chris Brown? Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Not Chris Brown. Play Genuine.
Play R. Kelly, featuring P. Diddy.
Oh, God. I feel like the comedy scene, there's definitely a lot of potential, man. Like, I feel like there's still like a missing piece that needs to be filled.
Like on a Key and Peele type level, or just like on the internet?
I think on the internet. I think traditionally I've seen some pretty good stuff, including like Dave and a few TV shows. Because I feel like TV shows are definitely the thing now versus movies. Like I'm watching a lot more TV shows than I am watching movies. And I feel like TV shows is definitely like, there's plenty of good stuff out there. But as far as the internet, there's definitely something missing that I feel like we haven't seen in a while. You know, like people are just kind of like getting too lazy with it, just like doing these iPhone videos and shit. Like it has the potential to be so much more, to actually bring production value and like be able to like also strike some type of deep conversations through comedy, you know?
I hear you, and I would love that, but I just don't know if like attention to detail and like passion for craft is like rewarded on the internet anymore, bro. I think it's more about just like I don't know. I see, like you said, people just using iPhones or like even talking like, yo, so today fucking walked in this mall, bitch, came up to me like blah blah, and it's like, bro, that's what's getting millions of views and likes. And but then again, it goes back to like, yo, whatever, I don't care. This is what I want to create. So you're right, like, you know, like I think there is space to be creative still. but I don't know if something like that would be rewarded where we would love for it to be rewarded, where it was back in the day, you know, where we had the world stars and the YouTube, and like it was still somewhat a traditional viewing experience. Cause it's like, oh shit, you would go on your computer or your laptop and you were still like, where now it's like everything's so fucking quick, bro. And like, I seen this one dude, he's like, this is probably why your content ain't working on social media. He's like, you're coming on this bitch, you're showing me all this edited blah blah. He's like, you're talking to me like pretty much like you know, you're putting too much care into it almost. He's like you need to come on this bitch and talk like you talking to your homie on FaceTime and not give a fuck. And I was like, damn, that's kind of true, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he says social media has turned into interest media, where it's just like, it's not even about your followers anymore. It's just like, if Marty jumps on camera and he's like, yo, so I'm at the mall and this fucking lady, bro, I kid you not, she came in with her titties out. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, if somehow that goes viral, whoever's interested in that is going to see it, and that's that. Like, so I don't know, but I do feel like maybe YouTube, if you build long enough, you can definitely build a solid community that would appreciate that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like the people who appreciated Key and Peele, the people who grew up like us on on Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if anything, I feel like YouTube is the home for that, for sure.
I feel like YouTube is missing. Well, when I say the internet, I mean like YouTube, TikTok, all that, you know. But I do feel like YouTube is also missing that piece, because there used to be a lot more people doing that type of content, like Jimmy Tatro and like, you know, even Dormtainment, like all these people, like they were actually doing high quality stuff. And I feel like now is like, you don't really see that. You just see like these cell phone videos on TikTok, you know, that's like a minute long.
I think it's what Julius said, though. I think there are people like that out there. I think we're just so diluted because there's so much content out there that it becomes harder to find. The reason that we talk about those guys is because at that point in time on YouTube, it was really just them. So that's who we looked up to and that's who we watched. Nowadays, there's like thousands of them.
Yeah, but there's who is if there's more people like them, who else is creating like in that caliber?
I think there are. I think we just don't know who they are. But I'm pretty sure that there's people that create good comedy skits on YouTube.
No, I'm sure there are, but I just don't see them like in the limelight like I used to.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because the limelight now is there's so much more for you to watch from. And on top of that, I feel like YouTube is really pushing content like a Mr. Beast and stuff like that. That's what the type of stuff that they want to see. It's like the analytics where every single moment you're watching it. And when it comes to comedy skits, if you're telling a good story, there is going to be moments that's going to be a little bit slower. And YouTube doesn't want you to tune out at that moment. YouTube wants you to be engaged at every single possible moment. You know, so I feel like even these platforms cater to that. You know, that's part of the issue is the algorithm.
That's what I was going to say. So it's algorithm, and this one dude was breaking it down to me too. He's like, I think it's also trends, right? Right now, Mr. Beast, the whole like the charity content, and whatever he turned Mr. Beast into is just insane. That shit is taking over YouTube. So like YouTube, that's the like, oh, we're going to keep feeding this beast, no pun intended, and then also the streaming. Right. So now I think even the advertisers are like, oh, yeah, we want to be more on like the streaming stuff. That's what's hot. And like, boom. So like now even the advertisers are pushing for their shit to be distributed on content like that. So now people who might be doing shit like us, YouTube is like, okay, damn, you're doing good. And like, it has good, you know, content, but like, it's not really what's trending right now. We're killing it over here. So we're going to keep putting like the attention on this.
Yeah, they just follow the money.
Right. I think we do have to get better at building a business where our audience could sustain like whatever we're building versus like depending on like fucking YouTube's AdSense dollars or whatever the case is.
That's why I think memberships are definitely like a good way to like at least have some predictable income, you know? If you have like a core audience, at least if you have like 100 people really fucking with you who can actually pay you, you know, $2, $5 each, like that's already a start, you know? And like you can definitely make a living from that, like by growing that core audience.
Let's start a fucking comedy page called Only Mans, and it's just dudes who want to see good comedy.
But I definitely feel like there's like something missing that I feel like we used to get and we don't get anymore. I guess like you're right about the whole like a person caring too much, but I feel like that's what made it so good too, is a person caring about their content.
I agree, man. It's just like me and Nate, we're like right now it's like the goal is like our movies and then YouTube. We're going back to just like, bro, we should have never took our eyes off of YouTube. We were like, oh shit, we wanted to be open-minded. Oh, let's test out fucking Vine. Oh shit. You know, the Cali people were killing Vine. It's like, oh shit, Instagram. And it's like, you look back and like, fuck, we should have never took the gas off of YouTube, because YouTube at the end of the day is the only one that's really like a solid foundation, at least in our opinion, for like a solid audience. Like you could actually get people who, when they come on YouTube, they'll actually think like, oh shit, I wonder if these boys got anything, or like, oh, boom, boom, boom. And they're ready to like you said, it's a sitting experience where it's like, oh shit, they'll probably watch a 3-minute, 5 minutes like dope produced sketch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been talking about that. Right now we're just doing podcasts and straight reactions. I think we're trying to do something different with reactions where we're watching podcasts that people like us probably wouldn't watch, and then we're reacting to moments that stand out to us. Like what we said, where it's like, oh shit, that's actually a good point. And we're trying to add our elements of comedy in there so people can hopefully watch it, laugh, and be like, damn, but that actually is pretty interesting, or whatever the case is. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of more Martys that'll be like, yo, you changed my life, bruh.
I believe it.
Nah, not even to make a joke, but that shit is impactful, bro.
Yeah.
And to be honest, man, it's like, it's a balance of wanting to be successful, but also like impact is important, man, you know? So, but at the same time, bro, I'm sure we try and get this bread too, man. It's time for it. By the time I hit 40, man, I'm trying to be in a really good position. Yeah, bro. So yeah, bro, it's a balance. You thinking about producing some high quality sketches, Marty? Or getting back behind the camera, bro?
I don't know, dude. I feel like I would have to like be with the right. It's like a collab thing, you know. It's hard to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
In here where I'm living at, like no one's really doing that type of shit. Like I love the peace, I love the nature stuff that I have here, but like as far as like working with people like that, you got to be in a bigger city. You got to be either in LA, New York, or Miami, you know.
One of my favorite eras was definitely like right before I moved to LA, and like right when I moved to LA, where I would come here or come to LA for a few weeks at a time, and we would just create comedy skits on a daily basis. And we would create some funny ass shit. Like I remember I'd sit back years later and then look at our stuff and I'm like, damn, we had some funny ass shit. We just didn't necessarily have the platform. It didn't go as big as we would like it to go, but we were getting into the right places because of the people that we were meeting, and we were hearing of people. Like remember when we made that one skit where it's like budget cuts? We heard that all the Viners and shit all had a group chat, and that shit went sent on the group chat, and they were all talking about it and stuff like that. So we were doing something right.
I don't like how you see, to me, like they'll throw it in the group chat, but then they couldn't show love. Like there's certain people that we meet, and it's like, I feel like they'd be like, oh, what's up? And they be trying to act like they don't know you. I'm like, I feel like you know me, not on some cocky shit, but you know when you just feel like it's a fake. Yeah. Oh, what's up? And you just feel like the energy is weird. You're like, what's up?
I felt that so many times, bro.
Oh man, a lot of these big Viners that became social media stars are like that.
I can imagine, bro.
And I me and Marty, we worked with all of them, honestly. Like I've met literally all of them, and I can go on a rant about like which ones were cool as hell, but most of them are complete dickheads. Like the women are the worst.
Oh shit! Yo, drop some names. Let's get some.
All right, yeah. Fuck. So I want to say fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, bruh. Let's turn up. Nah, man. Like at the end of the day, we do have a lot of freedom though to create whatever it is we want. You know, which sometimes it's like almost overwhelming. It's like everything is at our access. So it's like you just gotta choose what you think. You know what? This is what I want to do. This is what I want, and just go that route. You know? Yeah, man. It's funny. Oh, let me tell y'all this. You guys would probably appreciate this. So the film Day One, right? we're casting. We see this one kid and we're like, damn, we kind of like him. But I was like, I don't know. It wasn't all the way there. And we're like, oh, let's get him to read for this part. Let's get him to read these sides for this scene. And then we were looking at this other kid, and then that kid sends those sides back, and he actually killed him. We're like, oh, shit, okay, damn. We're like, okay, fuck, he probably could be Ant. Long story short, we end up choosing him. Super cool kid. We meet him, and finally he's like, damn. He's like, nah, you know what's kind of crazy is, he's like, I used to watch y'all videos in, like, high school, or maybe he even said middle school, which was crazy, but it makes sense. I was like, oh shit, bro. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I even told my boy, like, yeah, I think I'm about to make a movie with Road to Hollywood. He's like, and his boy was like, what the fuck, for real? And it's crazy because, like, bro, like, I'm not fucking 50, bro. I'm 30. I just turned 35. But it's like, in this weird way, in this internet world that we now live in, we're like looked at as like OGs, and it's like, bitch, I'm not even nowhere near my prime. Like, I still got so much growth to go, and it's like, as long as I know that, we're good, I think. But if you let it like attach yourself to it, like, damn, oh man, like, bro, oh, that's cool, that was that chapter, like, oh, you know me from that chapter, wow, that was a minute ago, cool. But it was a beautiful thing to see that now he's gonna be starring in our film, our first film, and it's like, that's pretty fucking cool in a weird way. And I'm sure y'all would appreciate that. Yeah.
But dude, bro, you're an unk, bro. Look at your damn beard. That shit's white.
Yo, so Dave be telling me, he's like, yo, you gotta get on that Just for Men. He's like, you gotta get on that Just for Men. And like, I did it a few times. Like, whenever I trim my beard low, I'll do it. Once this shit starts getting bushy, like, bro, I'm not about to be like trying to go through every strand and shit. Like, nah, bro, it's part of life, man.
Nah, bro, accept it.
Yeah, bro, it's the wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Or it's to jerking off too much at an early age.
Yep.
Fucking depleted my nutrients.
But yo, I think that's all the time,
well, let me
bro.
ask y'all.
Oh.
Damn, bro.
Sorry, bro. Damn, I just cut him off so hard. My bad, Julius. Go ahead.
He's like,
Bro's about to pour his heart out.
Damn, it's 6:41. Oh shit, nah, we can wrap it up because I'll fuck around, start a whole new conversation. All right, man. All right, fellas, I gotta take a piss and a shit, maybe.
All right, man. It was good having you on.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much for coming.
Appreciate you, buddy.
We'll see you next time.
All right, yo. Let me know when y'all need me to jump on again, bro.
Yeah.